My brain is now spoiled.
Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month.
And with that, I think we just pulled off a perfect episode.
Welcome to Acquired Taste, a hip-hop podcast. This is episode 44. Holy shit, that cat really just made an entrance, and I am Figure 8. With me today, we have a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to RFK Jr.
I do like hip-hop, and I'm here.
I was really excited to have him here. He's going to be here the entire episode, and I thought I'd surprise you guys.
So we're going to listen to another
So-
hour and a half long rant, and it's going to be fun.
Ned told me this was happening.
It was a surprise. The only person who knew was RFK because Ned couldn't be here. So also here, I'll let the other normal hosts introduce themselves.
I'm Andrew.
Yeah, he's Andrew, and sometimes I'm Coda B.
All right, let's get this started. Who wants to do the today?
Oh, we're just going to say
Let me do
fuck
it,
Ned
dude.
on the intro?
Ned's not here. We
He's
have
not
RFK.
here. We have RFK.
Oh, right.
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you, RFK. Thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to hear what you think about hip hop.
Your head of healthcare is here to save you.
Man, this is back-to-back pretty solid guests, I'd say. Our management has gone up like crazy.
I'm doing my best, guys.
Today in hip-hop history, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em album released by Eric B. and Rakim, 1990. So, shout out, Let the Rhythm
That's a
Hit
great
'Em.
album. Yeah, it's a really good one.
MC8 birthday? Did I say that right?
Yep.
Cool.
West Coast legend.
Mm-hmm.
MC8. Happy birthday, dude. May 22nd is celebrated as MC Chirac Day, honoring the first female MC of hip-hop.
One of my favorite parts of this podcast is learning how many holidays, unofficial ones sometimes, but holidays there are based around new hip-hop artists, and how often our podcast falls on one of those
they always
days.
land on the day.
Well, and like I feel like that's not necessarily a hip hop thing too. It's like cities can just like claim that it's insert X person's name today. Like
Yeah.
Eugene Reese.
Also, there's societal things. Like, I don't think a state instituted Pancake Day. I think, like,
Yeah.
Pancake
Well,
Day needs
well,
to
yeah,
be
the-
banned.
Those two, like I guess what I was getting
you
at
don't
is
think we should have pancakes?
I don't think we should have pancakes. It gives us autism.
what's your take on waffles?
I
Waffles
just
are
spit all
bad,
over
too.
my monitor.
They've got too much gluten in them.
What were you saying, Andrew? I'm so sorry. I had to get RFK's opinion.
We need them.
Because like Eugene just recently named, I don't know, May something Sabrina Ionescu Day. She's like she's a WNBA star, but she's like the biggest basketball star the Ducks have ever probably had. And the Liberty, the team she plays for, just played a game in Eugene, like last week or something like that. And the city was like, today's officially Sabrina Ionescu Day in Eugene. So like, to your point of just anybody can have a day, it is a cool random thing that can just be done.
What's the 8th month of the year?
August?
August.
August 8th is now Figure 8 Day.
Hell yeah.
That took me too long to figure out.
I was
what it
confused
was.
where you were going
I had
with
to
that
do
too.
the January, February, March, April, May,
Did
June,
you
July,
like
August.
it? Do you like it, though? I think that's a new thing.
Hopefully,
RFK, can you push that up to the top people?
What? I can't hear you. I'm fighting Dr. Pepper right now. I'm multitasking. The brain worm is helping me multitask.
Man, RFK, you really have a way with words, don't you?
He really does.
I do.
Let's get that cat is the star of this episode, overshadowing our guest.
Overshadow.
Make sure you don't catch the cat AIDS.
I'll be careful.
I drank a lot as a young child, so now I can't catch cat AIDS. I'm immune.
He's fucked enough cats in his time.
Of course.
Man, your voice just like nails on a chalkboard.
He's got a problem, bro. Super ableist of you, Coda.
I
Say
don't
sorry
give
to
a
our
shit.
guest.
I don't care about you, man.
All right. In the news, I'll go first. Joey Badass, Absol, and Big Sean do a cypher. Joey challenged Kendrick at one point. I just want to say off top, this cypher was fucking awesome.
Oh, it was awesome. I thought you were about to shit on
So
it really
fucking
quick.
cool.
I thought I was
No.
gonna be pissed at you because I was like, that shit was badass. Like,
That was so
No pun
cool.
intended.
I have like one of the coolest hip hop
I get it.
I just haven't seen something like
Dude,
that in so long.
It was cool how they were like interacting with each other throughout. Like Absol took his hat off and handed it to Big Sean at some point, and then Sean, like, you could tell he was like a little like, what the fuck do I do with this thing? And then eventually he put it on his head and stuff. Like,
was it single camera? There was no cuts, right?
I'm trying to think. I think it was single shot, yeah, or like a single camera.
And that single camera was...
They just kept panning around the room, and like you'd see...
And it was a circular room. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Did Coda,
No,
RFK, did you guys see that?
I didn't watch it, but I saw, RFK, what are your thoughts on this, honestly? Because I didn't see it.
There's no
I have
shot.
no
he
idea.
watched
I
it.
was.
No shot.
Yeah, exactly. There was no shot. I'm too
Ned
busy
says like
fighting.
a word on average during In the News. There's no shot he saw this. Sorry, RFK.
Well,
We're
not talking about
I don't know who Ned is, but he sounds like a great gentleman. He must be pretty healthy. No way he has type 1 diabetes.
No shot.
Yeah, well, he doesn't, so that's good.
That's good. Thank God.
What are we doing?
I actually got... What's crazy is I actually got this piece of news from young Ned yesterday. Slick Rick to release
Hold on,
his
wait.
first...
Sorry, it says Joey challenges Kendrick.
I brought that up.
Did
yeah.
you? My bad. I spaced out.
Comment on it. I'm sure there's something else we could
What
say.
I was gonna say is this feels much more just like healthy competition, having
he was
fun.
sparring.
Even who is it, Ray Vaughn or something? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But there's another artist that's him and Joey have been kind of going back and forth, putting out diss tracks.
He took real shots at Daylight, though. Daylight's not with it.
Yeah.
Daylight's already
And
responded.
I saw
either way.
I saw a Reddit comment that was like, I doubt Kendrick responds because what does he have to gain from it? And like, Joey has everything to gain from it. That's not a like criticism of Joey, but like he's just not on that same level.
I could see Kendrick on a feature being like, Joey better.
Yeah.
Well, I think these healthy like competitions, like
This is
it keeps
good.
it fun.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps it like so entertaining. Like
It was reminiscent of Control,
Yeah.
like that type of diss.
Yeah. Well, even in the thing,
They reference it.
yeah, when Joey starts to kind of taking shots, Soul kind of comes at him, and then they're like, he's like, bro, come on, I'm just playing. Like, it's like, I'm competitive. Like,
Well, Absol and Joey had a beef a while back.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, or a slight one. So it was, and Coda, and we'll tell Ned when he's back here. You guys will absolutely love watching.
It's so
Like, It is
good.
really, really good. The whole
I'm
time.
going to. I wish I would have. I should have watched or read this over so I could have.
It's really
seen
good.
it.
Really good.
I did hear about it happening though, and I know it's pretty dope.
yeah, it's
Okay,
definitely worth the listen.
Slick Rick to release first album since '99, produced by Idris Elba.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Idris Elba's my personal trainer.
I mean,
I love that guy.
that it very much has the feel.
Well, you look
of-
great, man.
It very much
Thank
has the
you.
feel of LeBron executive producing one of 2 Chainz's albums. Of like, the fuck does this guy know? Like this guy's just
what
in
is-
the studio with you when you're recording. He's not.
Idris Elba makes music. It is not good.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah. Bro, right after this, let me play one video of Idris Elba singing on a pier. It is so fucking hilarious. Like, it is not good. And like, imagine a D'Angelo video, and it's Idris Elba. And he also was on the Macklemore album. Remember?
So you're saying I should put that
I
on the spin
challenge
wheel?
you to a dance-off.
Is what you're
I
telling
love
me? Is that's going on
Macklemore.
the spin wheel. I'm sure you
yeah,
do.
that
He has a
tracks.
good diet.
I was just gonna say that tracks. Hey, Macklemore doesn't like you. I'm so sorry to let you know that.
Doesn't
I
like
don't know
that
why he
anymore.
would.
He hates you. Oh, he hates you, bro.
I can't believe it.
That's a nice
It's like
young
a
man
whole
you're
song
talking about.
How he doesn't like you and your boss.
RFK
like
just
2
rips
weeks
down
ago.
a fucking Macklemore poster off his wall.
Absolutely will. I'm going to do it right now.
Snoop Dogg dropped a surprise album. It's a Crime. Coolest part of this album to me was that La Russell's on it. Really like La Russell. Really like what he does. I think it's really reminiscent of what we're doing in a lot of ways. So
Yeah.
seeing him get looks is cool.
I saw the track list and that caught my eye that he was on it too, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. I haven't listened to a single song because in 2025 I'm not super interested in Snoop Dogg, but good for him.
Yeah, it's always fun, like kind of to listen to, like Snoop Dogg stuff, but it's not something that I go out of my way to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Denon is on it twice.
I don't know if I know.
D12.
Oh, okay.
Eminem's hype man currently, and he's doing like his soul stuff, like he's singing on it on beats that he produced for him, which I thought was cool to see them all working together still.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Travis Scott's Astro World Tragedy is getting its own Netflix documentary. You guys have an opinion on that? Are you gonna watch it? You give a shit?
Probably not. There's too many.
I don't know.
There's too many just like random ass Netflix documentaries that I don't.
You know what I was gonna think?
specifically
need.
for rappers
Guys,
too. That it's
guys,
like it's not interesting
Taste
enough.
Talk 3. We each get a different hip hop documentary on Netflix or Hulu. We gotta watch.
Okay. I think the only one I watched was Lil Baby.
I mean, I feel like if
His
we do that, we should
documentary.
keep it the same, where we're all watching the same one,
Sure.
and you know,
But then we got to do more than one. I don't want to do that a bunch of times.
it's our
suck.
show. Why do we don't have to do anything?
I guess that's true. We actually use popular vote in our show as opposed to how some of our current guests got. All right. Drake asked Kai Cenat to direct the first music video for his next album.
Every piece of Kai Cenat content that I've seen has not been seeked out. It's just shown to me, and
It's so hard to escape. He's everywhere.
He's okay. I like him more than Aiden. I like him more than.
I like him a lot.
To be honest,
Sa-
he might be my
Same thing about
favorite.
Aiden.
He
My,
might be
that
my
guy's a
favorite.
douchebag. That guy.
Out of
hate-
all
we want to
the-
talk about cucks. That guy's a fucking cuck for sure.
Oh my God.
Fuck
That guy
guy.
fucking sucks, bro.
He just
Kai seems cool. I don't get what the hype is about like watching streams.
He's young. He's 20.
Like I just
that's what kids do now.
yeah, like I can kind of get
He's-
video game streamers, but like I'm gonna just stream everything I do. I don't understand the
I like
value
Kai
in watching.
because he has the fucking everyone on his stream though. It's so
Those ones
interesting
are
to
cool.
watch.
Yeah.
Like he'll
Those are-
have The Rock, fucking Kendrick.
And I love
Not
seeing
Kendrick.
those
Kevin
pieces
Hart.
of content. I just don't want to wait 6 hours into a Twitch stream to see it.
Yeah.
But out of all of them, because I'm forced to see every single big streamer, I'm forced. Him and Sketch are probably the only two where I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Like it's
rest of
cool.
them,
The clips sometimes are cool. It's just I don't see
Did
the
you
point in
see
watching someone make a peanut
that
butter and jelly
streamer
sandwich
kid?
and then watch them walk into the next room and then you know.
The kid who got banned from Twitch and he streams on Kick now, like with Aiden and stuff. Neon. He had fucking Kanye on his
Oh my
stream.
God.
And he's just sucking his dick the whole time, dude. He's like, dude, I just want to say what such a fucking talented inspiration you are to everyone. And I was like, dude, he literally played the. I just can't. Like, it's sad that kids are watching this.
Yeah.
Kick
And-
sucks, bro. Kick is the truther. What is that app? What's Donald Trump's social media app?
I don't know.
RFK,
I
what's
was
it
gonna
called?
say RFK. Can you chime in on this?
BigDick.com.
Well,
I
what's
use it quite
shitty about
often.
That's the name they
Kick
wanted
is
to go with.
It uses the same servers, like it uses Amazon servers, same as Twitch, but they stream pirated content on there all the time, which like I don't really give a shit about piracy, but like it's so easily gonna get taken down, and they just let people like do some crazy shit on stream.
It's
and
gonna
then
get somebody killed.
and then
Someone will die from Kick.
They
are
immediately
too-
unban them. Like you can show your whole butthole, and like there's children watching, and then they get unbanned in 24 hours, and it's ridiculous.
Is there anywhere you can show half your butthole and not get banned? Because that might be
Yeah,
interesting.
You can show your whole butthole and not get banned.
W-
I'm not interested in that.
www.acquiredtaste.com.
I just want half.
Yeah, if you guys email us half a picture of your butthole, we'll let you on the show.
We need more butthole awareness. I stand up for buttholes.
Sits down for autism, but he'll stand for buttholes.
Buttholes are
Chris
important.
Brown to remain in. they are. That's one of the few things you've ever said right. Chris Brown to remain in custody in the UK following his arrest. Didn't make bond.
Cool. Keep him there.
All right. Andre 3000 says he no longer feels connected to rap.
Just rap,
He
man.
wished
Just
he
rap.
did.
Just rhyme a couple little things for us. It's fine.
Have you guys seen the Key and Peele skit? I don't know if we've talked about this.
Yes.
I don't think I have.
Fucking, it's
It's like
so hilarious. He
Big
sees him
boy
in a
seeing him in a Starbucks.
yeah, and he's dressed as like a fucking elf.
Yeah,
and he's
and-
like ordering the weirdest drink ever, and he's
Can
like,
I get a chai tea in a fishbowl with
He's like trying not to be seen
Yeah,
with
Big
him.
Boy's
He's
like looking away.
He was
It's
like,
so
this
funny.
dude's so weird.
Big boy.
it's give it a look.
That sounds like a real life skit and not a Key and Peele bit. That just seems like what would
Yeah.
actually happen.
Might
That's a
be
great one. You would
too
cry
accurate.
watching that. I'll send that to you.
It's so funny.
Um,
I almost sent it to the chat today. But I was like, they've probably already seen it.
Bobby Shmurda seen at a club with 6ix9ine.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
What did they plot?
I mean,
I only put that in there because I saw an article about it. And we've been talking about Bobby Shmurda.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder what's going
I
on
mean,
there.
it seems like Bobby might have taken, or Philip might have been right that Bobby's just gonna work the
He's
clubs.
just gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty spot on with that.
So
Yeah, that's wild. All right,
Oh, I'm just
that's it.
now
That's it for in the news.
reading the ranking. It's top 5 debut albums. I forgot that we did the top 5 last time, so I don't have a top 5. So you guys go first while I think of a top 5.
all right, I'll run mine because I've got a good list. I've got 50 Cent,
Top
Get
5
Rich or Die
debut
Trying.
albums.
I think that's
Same.
probably the best debut of all time, to be honest.
I think me and Andrew are gonna have the same fucking list.
I also have Good Kid, Mad City. I have
Same.
Doggy Style. One that I don't think you will have is Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. It's hard. I guess that's a tough one because it's like it's obviously her debut, but it's also her only like official album. So it's kind of whatever you want to say about that. And then last I have Illmatic, and I'll give an honorable mention to Slim Shady LP.
Okay, so I had Get Rich or Die Trying, and I already forgot what the second one. you
Good
said
Kid,
was.
Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City. I have Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, and then boop boop boop. Reasonable Doubt. I put in there.
Okay.
And then to jump outside of hip hop, Cage the Elephant.
I like
That's,
it. Reasonable. That's a
That's my
good one.
five.
I don't know why I didn't think of that at all when I was putting my list down.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I'm gonna have to cut this short. Donald Trump has to fight a Kit Kat bar. I need to save him. Y'all have fun. Hopefully, Young Ned shows up. Gang,
Hey,
gang.
man, thanks for
Thanks for
showing up
stopping
for
joining
by.
us,
the
man.
pod. Didn't know he
Oh,
was
he
gang
left.
affiliated.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Ned?
you decided to
Oh my
show
God,
up.
I made it. Yeah, it's God
Oh,
damn it.
thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I saw Donald Trump
missed
fighting a Kit Kat
RFK.
bar, so I had to fucking help him out, I guess.
You saw him on your way out.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
RFK on your way out.
I didn't, but that prune man really
He
does.
was just here.
What are we ranking? What are we doing?
Top 5 debut albums. You made it just in time.
Oh, thank God. I totally thought about this on my walk to my room where I saw Donald Trump.
Why is he in your room?
Yeah, I was-
Why is he in your,
Hey, yo.
your home?
I don't know, he's fighting a Kit Kat bar in my living room.
He thought Ned was a little boy and he was trying to lure him with a Kit Kat
no.
bar.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Do you have your list, Ned?
Kind of. So I would definitely put the KG Elephant for sure.
That's such a good album, bro. It might be in like my top 10 all albums.
I would probably say. I'm trying to think of like hip hop stuff.
You don't have to. Shake it up, baby.
Yeah, do what your heart desires.
Mars Volta, D-Louse in the Comatorium. I'd put that on there. That's a really good first album. Metallica, probably Kill 'Em All. That's a really good first album.
I'll take that.
Let's do... License to Ill wasn't their first Beastie Boys' first album, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it was their
It was
debut.
it? Okay, then that one for
Yeah.
sure. 100%.
Yeah, that's another really good one.
And then...
I think the Slim Shady LP gets a shout out, but it is not like I don't have the nostalgia for it that people
Sure.
in their 30s I think do.
Honestly, probably Bleach, Nirvana. That's a really good first album, too. Nevermind's great.
Nevermind not their first
Nope.
studio album.
Their second. Bleach was their first. Very good album. It kind of gets overshadowed by Nevermind
Sure.
because,
Yeah.
Nevermind was a big deal, but Bleach is really good.
Well, that's a fun list. I respect the inclusion. I think it's crazy that I put one rock album on my list and that made it to your
It's
list.
so good. Like, I feel like with a lot of rock I feel like just a lot of albums in general, your first album is never your best. So I feel like it's pretty rare where you have like your first album being like really damn good in your catalog compared to everything else. Usually bands get better as they age.
Can I just request that album get yucked on the spin wheel? Can we just yuck that on there?
Which one?
Cage the Elephant. I would
Oh
assume.
yeah,
I'm done.
I vote yes.
Coda, do you
Yeah, I have a list.
veto that?
Oh, Cage the Elephant? No, let's put it on there.
Okay, cool. See? Democracy. You could learn a lot from Acquired Taste. Man, RFK left
Dude,
too
I was
soon.
gonna say, too bad he's not here still.
I know. I wanted to ask him about his worm.
About his worm.
And not his PP.
To Ned's point, while Coda's still thinking of his list, I do think it's true that it's rare when an artist's first album ends up being their best. That said, I do think 50 Cent is an example of that. And I think, in my opinion, there is a good argument for a couple other Nas albums as well. But I think that's also
Nas
true
as
with
well,
him,
for
with
sure.
Illmatic.
I think it could be with Wu-Tang as well.
Definitely Cage the Elephant. That is
Okay.
like their best album is their first.
They got worse every album.
Yes. Primus too. I put Primus. Their first album is their best.
Is that My Name is Mud?
Frizzle Fry. But actually,
That's a great
I
album.
think it's their first album because they had an EP I think before. It was like have a cigar, or I forgot what it had to have a cigar on it. I forgot what it was called, but
My Name is Mud is my favorite Primus album.
that's their second album. That's Pork Soda, or no, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Anywho,
All right, I'll go.
It's Pork Soda.
is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
In no particular order. I put Operation Doomsday, MF Doom, Slim Shady LP, The Chronic, Dr. Dre,
Oh, that's
I thought about that
Ready
too.
to Die, Biggie, and then I put Good Kid, Mad City.
That's the perfect one.
Yeah, it's is probably.
I
out
don't
of
think
all-
that's his best necessarily,
Yeah,
but it's
I think the top two out of my list that I would listen to is Operation Doomsday and Good Kid, Mad City, just because I've heard Slim Shady LP so much. Like I bumped that shit so much.
Yeah.
So it's like.
there's like 2 songs on there that when they come on, I'm like,
Yeah, I was going to say,
grateful to
it's
hear.
good. There's
Breaking
not a lot
Bad
of
is
songs
one
I
of those
regularly
rock
go
bottom.
back and listen to. I feel like you can hear a ton of growth between
And
that.
it's not his best work,
No,
for sure.
no.
It is a great debut album.
Yeah.
It's insane that it existed. And yeah, great honorable mention.
Honorable mention 50 Cent though.
I agree with Andrew. I think that could be one of the greatest debut albums of all time. That album is front to back. I have 0 skips and it's long.
It's no skips, and there's still songs on it that like get played regularly, whether that be like in like movie trailers or at the club, or people just like have it in playlists. Like there are so many songs from that album that have just get played regularly.
I am ready to move on to album club. Are y'all?
Yeah,
I
so
am
I was
ready.
born ready.
This I am prepared for.
I am excited. Andrew?
Yeah, so I looked up. There's no Wikipedia page for this album, which makes sense. One, because Boldy James is kind of a smaller dude. He's not like super mainstream. He also just puts out albums like crazy. I think in 2024, when this album came out, he put out like 6 albums that year. And
Holy shit.
Wow.
in 2025, he's already put out 6 projects. Like
He's working.
I joke with a friend that like, you know, that meme of the kid waking up in the like Scared Straight program and he's like in the jail and he's all freaked out. I joked that like producers are doing that to Boldy. They're like waking him up in the booth and be like, get your ass to the mic. But that all said, I really, 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 really like Boldy James. And I feel like this album is a good
Detroit!
This is a good like summation of his work, I guess. Like
Is he a Detroitian?
he is, yeah, he's a Detroit rapper. He's also like part of Griselda, so like the Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun Group. He works with a lot of them.
Do you know who produced this album off the top
It's
of your
Harry
head?
Fraud.
Produced the
Yeah,
entire thing.
he
That's why
he
he's
also
such a
that's
good
like
artist.
he's got albums that are like have a bunch of producers on them, but that's kind of been his like shtick. Is he just works with one producer and just bumps out 10 songs with them, and then puts.
I absolutely loved the production on this album.
And
I thought it was,
like I said, I think this is kind of a good summation of kind of it showcases his lyricism well. It showcases his like beat selection, which is one thing I think he's really, really good at, is like picking his beats out and rapping on beats that sound good for him. But I
Do you want to go first?
Yeah. I mean, I'm using all this to kind of lead into my
review.
But so yeah, the album's Boldy James, The Brictionary, which I really love. I'm trying to pull up the track list really quick. But yeah, okay. So yeah, it's produced by Harry Fraud, and I don't really have anything bad to say about this album. I feel like I could get why you wouldn't like Boldy. Like he like the monotone voice he kind of raps with, I feel like could potentially get a little bit boring, but it's just, this is kind of like the main type of music I've been listening to. It's just that very like dialed back, just kind of very bar heavy, very like sample heavy beats and stuff like that, with like a lot of cinematic or like kind of jazz or, very just sampled music. But yeah, I really like this. The stretch from Pillar to Post up to Shadowboxing, I feel like that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs out of the 12. So like that's half that stretch of the album. I could listen to that on repeat. I think those songs are so good. Overboard is also really good. But yeah, overall, I just really love this album. I love Boldy James. I think it's really like, a lot of times I think there's the argument of like quality over quantity, and I think he's like finding that balance perfectly of like, there's projects he'll put out where it's like very clear, it's like, hey, this isn't his best thing, but it's still really consistent. It just like, it showcases off his talent really well. And yeah, I think it's really cool how he is doing that thing where he's just working with a producer, putting out an album, and then kind of moving on to the next. Not like he doesn't do a lot of press around him. It's just kind of like, hey, I'm just gonna rap and just gonna do my thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a probably 11.5 out of 13 Coda Bees.
sheesh.
I want to hear Young Ned.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold your fucking horses, Ned. Sorry.
Ned, are you holding that fucking horse?
well, I was gonna say, is it fair to play over under this week?
Why wouldn't it be?
I did sit in a car with him while he listened to it.
Okay, so maybe Fig sits this one out.
That's not fair
Wait,
though
what?
either, because then he's not gonna get. I think we should just skip this week for over under.
I'd let Fig have it, because then I could just say.
All right. I was gonna
I'll
say.
say it last.
Okay. There we go.
You guys go first.
So me.
So
and
that's
Ned
just
first.
all right.
I'm gonna guess under. I think Ned's gonna think he dirtles.
I'm saying over. I think Ned's gonna like it.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
A couple weeks ago, I said that Ned was either gonna love or hate this. So
I dug it. I thought it was cool as fuck. Actually, it's so the first 2 songs, I was like, oh no, this is gonna be super boring. And then the third song hit, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. I guess the best way to describe it is I can really tell that he cares. You can really like the he's putting himself into the music. Like I really got like the first time I listened to almost any album, I almost never hear what they're actually saying. I listen to like the music, but I was actually like really drawn into what he was saying. I was like, okay, he's like talking about like real shit. I feel like he's talking about rapper-esque stuff, like what a lot of rappers do talk about. But there's just a way he talks about it. I was like, damn, I'm getting like emotional a little bit. And then I think it's the 5th song. Roland Bishop? No. Or
Cecil
yeah?
Fielder's 5, Roland Bishop's the 6th song, but both of those are in that 6 song stretch I was talking about, where it's just like, I don't think there's anything you could negatively say about those. The beats are so good. His flows are good.
Yeah, Roland Bishop. It's in 6/8. I like that. You rarely
It's in a different fucking time
you
signature.
rarely ever hear rap songs and not 4/4. So I was like, oh. But yeah, the middle, I'd say, yeah, from
We would have never known that. We would have never fucking
would
known
the
never
that.
third song to
noticed.
about
Normally, I
the
would have. I didn't pick up on that listening to it, but I guess I would now that I know that.
pillar to post to actually, yeah. Let me wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's my same.
That stretch is so good.
So good.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't describe to you guys how many times I've like thought to listen to this album, and it was just like, nah, you know what? I'm just gonna start and just listen to these 6 songs, and then like I might finish it off or whatever. But that 6 songs is so fucking good.
Once you get to Harvey Grant, it kind of starts to fall off a little bit. Like it's not bad for sure, but you kind of like you get the taste of the album. You get like, all right, I get what's going on here.
There's a little bit of a lull there, and I think Overboard. Fish Grease is okay, but Overboard, I feel like if he would have ended it there, this might have been like perfect.
I know it's not long. It's
really
only
like
34
that.
minutes. But yes, that 6-song middle is super good. It's just really like you can tell he cares. There's a lot of like emotion behind what he's, even though he's so monotone, which is crazy. It's like, oh, I feel something from this. So
I think it's he's like not trying to be more than he is. Like he knows his lane, he knows his sound.
I said that to Ned when we were driving. I was like, he's not trying to sing or pretend that he's a screamer or any.
He's telling little stories. Honestly, like it's about his
focus on my words.
No, I thought he was badass, and the beats are fine, but I really like him. Like him, he really pulled me in. I was like, okay, wow.
Well,
I'm feeling
An
something.
interesting thing, you should listen to another one of his albums that has another single producer, because if you could find a producer you liked that
Right.
he worked with, then you might fucking love
Like he
that
works with
album.
The Alchemist a lot. He's got 2
Oh,
or 3
does he
tapes
really?
with
That's
the-
one of Ned's
Mhm.
favorites.
Yo, that's all right.
He works with The Alchemist. A dude named
I love
Nicholas
Alchemist.
Craven. He's got a few with. Trying to think who else he's worked with.
Give it a score, Ned.
I'm gonna give it a 10.9.
Hell yeah.
Very, very close to an 11. If the beats were maybe a little bit better and it didn't like the ending kind of fell off, but damn near super close to an 11. But I'm gonna give it a 10.9.
That's the first 0.9 we've ever had.
I don't-
That's not
random.
true.
Really?
I had a 7.9
We
shit last
we've
week.
done other
last time.
decimals?
Ned
Oh,
did
I
a
guess
7.9
Ned's
last week.
just switching
Yeah,
it
he
up.
decided to do that.
Yeah.
That's fine, dude.
Remember, because it was 0.1 under you guys getting
Yeah,
a point.
it just upsets me these decimals if it's not 0.5.
Well, then I'll give it a 10 then.
But that's just my OCD, I guess.
I like the 10.9.
Before somebody else goes, I'll say this. We talked about, Fig, you mentioned how I once said that a rapper sounds like he's just sitting in the booth getting a lap dance. I think Boldy James is just on a continuous run of crazy lap dances while he
That's
raps.
how he
Yeah.
raps. Yeah.
One other thing not on this album.
Andrew.
Not on this album. He has a bar where he says, "My bitch badder than your bitch." Know how I know? Because I know both of them, and that lives rent free in my head.
That's a great bar. Unfortunately, a bar. Our Ned over under is at Andrew 4, Coda 3, Fig 4.
Oh,
Finally caught up to you, Sandy.
I had a hot start. I'm not doing so well lately.
Yeah, he really was cooking for a little bit.
Cooking with fire.
Yeah.
Coda, you want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go next. Yeah, a lot of what you guys are saying is like agree with wholeheartedly. Like, I really like his storytelling throughout this whole album, and like I said before, the production on this album, like this is exactly my lane of beats that, not even like to rap to, but to listen to. Like, just this is my like fucking lane, and kind of like going off of that, like the beats are really good, but they're not too overwhelming with like bass. How like most like the standard now for like commercial or like mainstream shit is very like bass heavy and 808 heavy, whereas this like it's very chill and not too overwhelming, so like the vocals and lyrics kind of breathe more and the writing gets to speak for itself more than, you know, just the beat carrying, even though the beats are like phenomenal, like really good. My favorite songs: Rabies feat Benny the Butcher, Pillar to Post, Cecil Fielder feat T Grizzly was awesome and had really good storytelling. I liked a lot of the songs. Shrink Rap, Shadowboxing. I think Thuggin had the best lyricism from him throughout the whole thing, like his wordplay
Thank you
on
for
it.
bringing up Thuggin, bro.
Thuggin, I think, had the best lyricism.
Only person who did.
Well, dude, like I had like fucking over like 2/3 of his album on my favorites. Overboard was the coolest beat in my opinion, and then Fish Grease. I see how Andrew was like, yeah, that one's all right.
Damn, he's playing in Detroit next week.
But I like how he picks up the speed of his rapping in that one. That one he raps a little bit faster pace, and I thought that was really cool.
To that
overall,
point,
man,
every once in a while, he'll have a song where he picks his flow up and raps a little bit faster, and it's always like, okay, I see what you're putting down. Like it kind of like catches your ear because it's not his normal thing, and then he'll just like randomly throw a song or two on an album where he picks it up a little bit. I think it's cool.
His voice too is really chill and consistent. Like I can tell that that's just his style. That's how he's gonna sound on every song, which sometimes on albums you're like, oh, I wish this person would switch it up, but like you guys were saying, like that's his lane. He's found it. I fucking really enjoyed this album. Yeah, good storytelling, good write. Overall, I'm gonna give it an 11
Love it.
out of 13.
My turn. I fucking loved it. I absolutely fucking loved it. Shout out a Detroit guy right off the bat. And like I've heard songs from him, but I've never listened to a full album for sure. This was tight. I really like the beats, but I agree with Ned that I think they take a back seat to him. So I'd be curious to hear him with other producers, but
I was gonna say, I think beat wise, this is probably not his best. I think it does showcase his ability though to pick good beats beats he would sound good on. I think this one probably had, and it's probably a little bit to Harry Fraud's production, but a little bit more melodic, I guess you could say, than some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Because, The Alchemist, you have that really, grimy sound to it, I would say. And kind of that's more typically what I feel like you hear from him. But I think he still did a good job with a Harry Fraud production.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to Ned his internal rhyme schemes that took what you would think was, simple bars to, 16 syllabled rhyme. He was doing A, B, C, B, A as a rhyme scheme. It was wild. I had to look at the lyrics while we were driving to make sure I wasn't insane. But it is.
I think because of his production and his style of rap, he's never ever gonna be a mainstream guy. But I think technically so wise and all that, I think he's probably one of the best rappers in right now. He's so good.
Yeah, I would say he's one of the best for sure out of Detroit right now. And to piggyback off of that, T Grizzly I was so not prepared to hear him on this, and it was super different for him.
Yeah, from what he normally does. When I heard it, I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, awesome.
The Babyface Ray, really good. Loved that too. I agree about this six track stretch. Also, I agree with Ned. I heard those first two songs and was kind of bored. I thought Benny was cool, but I wasn't super excited or nothing. I didn't hate it. There was nothing wrong with them, but I wasn't oh, bro, we getting into it now. But that third fucking song, Pillar to Post, is so good. Speedy Gonzalez is so good.
I remember when this.
I think it's a 9-song stretch. I would do Pillar to Post to Thuggin', and the only problem with that is I don't love Harvey Grant. But other than that, from Pillar to Post to Thuggin' for me, that could have been the album, and sheesh.
I would agree about Thuggin'. I think I kind of forgot to mention that, but the more you guys have talked about it, I kind of hear it playing in my head. I'm like, yeah, no, that song deserves some love too.
Yeah, neither of you brought it up, and I was disappointed.
I was waiting for you.
Thanks, baby girl. Fish Grease is all right, but I agreed if he ended on Overboard, it'd been good. But it's fantastic. A lot of what's going on here is stuff that has longevity, and I think I appreciated that. And there's no wasted bars. There was no fluff. There was intent in every single word. I'm gonna go 11.5 out of 13 Coda B's.
That's a collectively
pick,
high rated album.
You did good, Andrew.
It's one of the highest
picked a good
collective
one.
rated albums.
I would, because
potentially.
some of the albums I've picked, it's oh man, I love this, and you guys are it was pretty good. So I wasn't sure where this one was going to land, but I'm glad you guys liked it, just because like I've kind of said, I've been obsessed with Boldy the last year and a half, probably.
This Royce da 5'9" and Outkast might be our highest rated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Layers got a pretty high.
Layers was good. Yeah. Outkast has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ned gave Layers like an 11. That's how I know it got a.
There's been times where we've all been in the similar range, but similar and that high up the Code of Beast scale is not common, for sure.
No, that's not common. I'd be curious for our 1 year month. I'm gonna do a bunch of like research into our stuff to like go over a playlist of all the songs from the first year, the Fish songs we did, and see the scores we gave the albums, and it'll be cool to see what got the highest collective score in the first year.
Yeah.
Ned brought up that maybe we should
climb
draft
the Code of B ranks, but they can sure try.
Every album tries. Ned said we could do a draft of best episodes, and I love that idea.
That would be fun.
It's just a fight to see who goes first to get the Phillip one. That takes us to the end of Album Club. Where are we next, boys?
We are. I closed the thing.
Local
submission.
This week we had Susie H and Hyph, and their song was called Freak. Freak It. What did you guys think?
I thought it was a good, kind of, upbeat, clubby type song. Like, it was definitely, she definitely had good energy. I like the chorus and the production. The beat is dope and the mixing is really well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I thought maybe the second verse of Hyph, or the first, whatever one, just kind of sounded off when he was singing a bit. But other than that, I think it's a pretty well put together song.
Yeah, I think it was a good song. It wasn't a great song, I would say. I don't think I necessarily have anything specific to say about it, negative or positive. It was good. If it came up in a playlist, I might continue to listen to it. I might hit shuffle. Just kind of would depend on the mood at the time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the type of thing that if it came on at the club, I wouldn't even notice that it wasn't like an industry artist necessarily song, which is
I think that's a
kind of all
compliment
you're
in
looking
itself.
for in that genre. But
she definitely has that industry kind of standard, like especially like female rappers, like very, very catchy, very
Yeah, it was fine. I think that's where I'm at. Like there was nothing remarkable about it. It wasn't super interesting, but yeah, wholly inoffensive. It was
nothing wrong with
sonically
it.
it sounded really good, mixed really well. I heard that brought up. Ned, you got anything?
The bass was really fucking loud. Other than that, it was fine. It was like very vibraty. You could hear it even in the voices sometimes. Like it was.
We're gonna put that to Discord streaming because it sounded bad quality.
Oh, is maybe
just because we were streaming it.
Okay.
Because I heard it on Fig's computer and it didn't sound like that. It's just
okay.
We gotta upgrade.
Yeah, other than that, it
That's
sounded
the
fine.
board.
It sounded like something like exactly what Michael said. It totally
cat.
sounds like if I was in the club, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is totally a club song. Like this is not. It
Yeah, if I was drinking at the bar, I'd have been like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know?
I wouldn't have been excited enough to go run up to the DJ to find out.
Ned
but
would
I
go on a
also
Tinder
wouldn't be
date
like,
to this
this
song.
fucking,
Sure.
why are we in this club?
This isn't like-
playing
and
this
I think
song?
Ned would throw it back to this song probably.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
get me up on the pole.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. At this point, any song will do.
Any song will do.
All right, let's shit on ourselves, boys.
Woo.
Up next, we have
Hold
Self-Destructive,
on.
which is from Coda's album, his self-titled album, Coda, which is featuring Lil Indigo, Figure 8, Jay Mello, Lie the Most High, and Dub Dynamite, produced by...
This is produced by one of my favorite producers, Origami.
Origami.
The beat was really good.
Speak, people.
I actually like the beat a lot. But it's like a guitar. I don't remember exactly what instrument it was. It was some stringed instrument. It's like a lute or like a guitar. I don't know, but it was cool. I liked
Hold
it.
on. We're not back yet.
Re-give
we
your
gotta-
take again, Ned. That
And we're
part
going
can't
to
make
listen
the
to
clip.
that right now.
I didn't walk through the fire and hell for nothing. I can say I'm self-made and I wouldn't sell it for nothing. I know I had something special, but they couldn't cause I'm calling your bluffing. She gave me that look, I said, babe, that's enough said. These niggas be talking, but they just assumptions. Keep my third eye alert just in case it's...
And we're back.
I hate this. Whatever that stringed instrument was, it was like a guitar or a lute or something in the beginning. I actually threw out a majority of it. I liked it. The beat was cool. So your friend,
Yeah.
he's pretty good at it. I like that beat a lot.
He's not my friend. He's actually just a YouTube producer, but
Oh, okay.
he makes very much,
Did you buy it?
very. Yeah, I bought this. I didn't steal this beat. I purchased it. I own it. At least own the lease to it.
Yeah, and everybody rapped good on it.
But yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, this song for me was kind of like I found the beat. I was like, okay, I really like this guy. This fits my kind of aesthetic. And I didn't really want to write a whole lot. I just wanted to do a chorus and then just let my friends kind of take over the song. Because this is the most features on the album. This is more of a Fish song than it is. But I wanted to...
I think that's why it says featuring the Antelope Fish.
Yeah, I
you
wanted
know?
to show
That's your feature.
show
you got
off you guys,
the group.
show off like my mixing, of how I can make you guys sound. Like, it was just fun. But yeah, I love this one. But
I wasn't even supposed to be on it. I don't feel like that's. I have a tiny little verse. I was like, can I fit in that little gap between the hook?
I mean, shit. Neither was Dub. The song was finished, and then Dub and Lai were like, "Can I get on this?"
I
This
actually
song's
really
great.
liked Lai's verse.
I-
I
this
like how
is-
his voice sounds.
I
on
knew
it.
I could get Lai. Like, not Lai's great, but like sometimes he doesn't know his lane where to fit in. And I'm like, just sing, like, you know, just sing to this a little bit because he showed me his verse.
Lai
And I was like,
continues
just
to
go with the
impress
same
me when
melody.
we've done
Literally,
the,
all of us are doing the
um,
same exact melody.
fish,
Just go with
fish
that,
songs on
and then
this.
it
I
came
feel
out
like
really
anytime
nice,
he's
and
come
it's
up, I'm
one of
just
my
like,
favorite Lai
damn
verses.
it. You know, yeah. Like I don't think I realized how good of a rapper Lai is.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I agree. He's when it works and he has time to write his verse, it really works. He really can lock in.
And boy, did he have time for this one.
Yeah. It's a really good one. Jay
He said
Mello never
that.
lets me live down the "you the type to be fucking your cousin" bar.
Yeah, it's
but
such a I love it. It's very much a. Oh, that just
welcome in, Fig.
came out of left field, you know. But I
Yeah,
love
the
it.
first word out of my mouth
Yeah.
You look the type to be fucking your cousin,
is crazy,
and if you get offended by that, you're probably fucking your cousin.
which means I don't mind that
Yeah.
you're offended. RFK's already not here. Let's move on. Nothing else to say.
General discussion, baby.
I
General
am actually
discussion.
doing
I
a
wanted to ask,
replay
what
of the
are you guys
Last of
playing
Us
video
series,
games?
so
I know for sure you guys are
I
because I get
beat
notifications on my
let
computer
me
every
see,
time
on-
you do. So
was it
You
Saturday?
want to talk about
I think
that
on
a little bit?
Saturday I beat the first one, and I've been playing through the second one.
I was excited to talk about this.
And even though I've played, I'm a little bit ahead of the show. I remember getting to the point where the show's out and being like,
Are you caught up to where the
and
show
then-
is right now?
But even though I've played them and I know the stories and stuff, the big moments are still just gutting. Like it's
It's different.
I beat the first one and I was like, I knew I was immediately gonna go play the second one, but I like
sits with you.
started it to download.
Yeah,
and I was
it
like, I just need to
sits
go take a
with you. It's
shower
a
and just like
heavy
chill
game.
for a little bit. I can't just jump right into this again.
I've yet to play either of the games, but
You know what's
that's on my
crazy
bucket list.
is I hadn't played them until right before they announced the show. I decided I was gonna I didn't know the show was coming, but I was
The
like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it.
original.
And I didn't have it for the PS4 anymore. Like I had owned it at a time and didn't play it, but I had it for the PS3,
Yeah.
and I have a PS3, so I played through the first one on the PS3, and then I immediately bought the second one on the PS5 and ran through that. But it's good. Coda, what you playing?
I've been fucking playing a lot of Marvel Rivals, and
Yeah, I
boy, does that game
can't
make me
really-
angry and upset and not want to play games. Yet I keep playing it.
Yeah, I have to uninstall those,
There-
bro. I'm getting old.
There was a stretch where I
It's-
got like legitimate.
I didn't my whole life.
There
but
was a
in,
stretch
the
where I
past
got like
2 years.
no,
It's like,
I got legitimately good at Call of Duty for a
been
minute,
that, and it's
then
been
I took like
Outlast
a week off,
Trials.
and then I just
Ooh,
sucked
I
again,
really
and
wanna
was
play
like,
that.
Damn.
ahead.
Outlast Trials.
Yeah, I haven't played in months either, but there was a period where I was like, I'm
COD
actually good at this.
It's the worst game ever made, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't played it in months, but like I would have never touched it if it wasn't on Game Pass. That's the only reason I played it. I would
I
not.
love Game Pass.
The last time they got me was
I will
fucking
sing Game
Modern
Pass
Warfare
praise.
2, not the remake, the new Modern Warfare 2, or no, Modern Warfare 3 was that one.
That's on
And
Game Pass right now too.
Yeah, so I'm like kind of like punching myself in the dick here.
Ned, what you playing?
That's not a phrase people say, but I just said it.
Kind of fucking actually. not that
Vermintide is
long.
on Game Pass.
Vermintide.
Yeah, it just came on Game
Oh,
Pass.
dude, Vermintide 2. That game's great. I have it.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'll play it.
I'll download it.
That game's fun. Do you play Darktide? Did you play Darktide? It's the same guys
Yeah,
who
I
made.
have it on my
It's the same
Xbox.
guys who made Darktide.
Yeah. Is it better?
No, Darktide is better, but they're really similar. But Vermintide's fun. If it's free, I'd try it for sure. It's fun because it's like in Vermintide, you don't make your character; they're already pre-made characters. So there's a lot more like voice lines and like funny back and forth banter between the characters than in Darktide.
Oh, okay.
So that's fun. But I do like Darktide more. Mostly just Space Marine, I guess, and fucking World of Warcraft because I'm a fucking schmuck.
I've been playing Expedition 33 almost exclusively.
Oh.
I thought there was no way it was going to be that good because of how much everyone on the internet was sucking its dick, and it's like better. It's better than whatever.
There's a lot of good games coming out
I
this
don't
year.
even like this kind of game. Yeah, I had to delete Oblivion. I was like, I can't do this
Oh,
right
I'm
now. I just
I'm pissed about
fucking
Oblivion.
can't. You don't like it?
No, it's good. It's just they lied pretty much when they said that it works on Steam Deck. Like there's tons of like negative reviews for it because it barely runs in the Steam Deck, but yet it's under the works great on Steam Deck. Everyone's like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
You
It
might
is.
gotta crank
Chugs.
I've
up
been playing on my
settings.
It's on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
Because Game Pass is OP.
I'm thinking about downloading it, but
It's just so fucking good. It's a great one of the best remakes I've seen.
Actually,
it is so faithful to the game.
is.
It is so fun.
I will say playing it years like, last time I played it had to have been fucking 2009 or 2008 was the last time I
Yeah.
played it. The story is real okay.
I like it more than Skyrim.
I like
the
Skyrim's story
than
more,
Skyrim.
but the game itself, just like the go out and
It's
do whatever
better.
you want, like that sandbox RPG. Oblivion is, I think it's better.
It's also funnier. Like it just has the best type of like shitty humor.
I like that you can
and-
just sit in a room and just lockpick for hours and just level up your lockpicking. Like, I think that's fun.
Yeah, like there is no rules. It doesn't give a
Right.
fuck if you can do stuff quick or jank shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, it feels
think
more
modern-
like somebody had a thing on it. Like, RPGs used to be, at least, like, I think he said, like, pre 2012. Like, when you played an RPG, you were just like a guy. Like, if you got good, then you became the hero. But, like, in everything after, like in Skyrim and stuff, you just kind of start off as a badass. You, like, just are the
Yeah.
chosen one. Like, I do miss the days where you're, like, where you were just, like, a guy and you, like, having to play through the entire game kind of made you into the hero instead of it just being, like, I'm the chosen one. Kind of like with
That's why I
Skyrim.
deleted Starfield. That was my problem
Yeah,
with it. I tried to do
Starfield.
anything, and it was always just like, you have to save the entire universe. And I'm like, I just want to be a space
Right.
pilot.
Man, I want to get into RPGs so bad. Like I played Starfield for a little bit. I played Skyrim, but like I think modern games have ruined like my attention span because I want the instant gratification of just winning a match.
That's funny. I
Whether
think
than-
the same
than-
thing,
than
too.
building your character.
Expedition 33, it's on Game Pass. You like
Is it good?
it is. It's a RPG that's turn based, but you interact during the fights instead of like Pokemon where you're just sitting there. Like it is active the entire time and hard like Dark Souls, but not hard like Dark
Right.
Souls. But when you win, when you finally beat something, you get that like end of a match feeling. Like when I stood up and yelled the other day when I finally beat somebody.
But that's
yeah,
funny.
Vanessa
Some,
was streaming Hades last night, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot Fig bought that for me, so I installed it." She's like, "Next time I stream, just come up here and sit with me while I
it's
stream
a
it."
double Hades.
Yeah, I was like, "Bet."
On this last Sunday that just passed, our first episode of Repo came out. It is hilarious.
Such a good time.
I watched it with Token on the Sunday it came out. And
I watch all of them.
I was just he didn't get it.
I got it because today isn't
Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah. it's
Today's
not
we're in the
Sunday.
future.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the amount of times there's like a tiny moment. I'm gonna edit some clips, which I'm sure you've all seen because they've been posted all week. Just Ned walking in a room with my head, being like, "Fig's dead," and just like stupid little. Yeah, it's a good time.
Good stuff, man.
We should plug a few things. Go check out the Philip episode from last week if you haven't. Absolutely unhinged content about the Bobby Shmurda cancel tour situation from the horse's mouth.
Go to
Flavors.
kingpalm.com. Use code KPTASTE. That's KPTAST to get 20% off your entire order. They got so many flavors.
Make sure to email any songs you'd like us to review to acquiredtaste@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's going to be no spin wheel this week
Some
because next week
early
we're
access.
getting
taste.
Aesop Rock's album early. So we'll tell you guys
That's exciting.
about
I feel like-
that before it comes out. We'll be able
Yeah,
to.
I mean that's
so
the,
next
just the
Thursday.
kind of stuff you get when you are a top 200
Isn't that
music
crazy?
podcast in Spain.
Yeah, dude.
you know.
I mean, we're the top 200 podcasts in Spain. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Like it comes with the territory.
The album is called Black Hole Superette.
Ooh. But we're actually getting two Aesop Rock albums pretty close to each other too. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, this is like a thing.
Right, yeah.
So far, there's 2 songs out. And, yeah, like, there's
Yeah.
Lupe Fiasco on it. I'm
Yeah,
super
super
excited. I think thank you so much to Aesop Rock's team for getting back to us and helping us make this happen. This is fucking dope.
It's awesome.
Are we doing anything after this, or is this the podcast?
It's up to you guys. I'm down. I'm here.
I'm down.
I'm
It's my birthday in 2 hours. I mean, in 4 days ago.
I was gonna say,
it
I'm gonna be
my
at your
birthday
house.
in 2 hours.
Oh,
actually I don't know when we're coming over tomorrow.
4 days and 36 minutes
Oh,
ago.
guys, my new song came out 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Just 36 minutes ago. 36 minutes ago. You guys know.
We're tired because
long
we
can we
record
hold
at
this
4 in the morning. So it's just,
My back hurts. My fucking.
It's just a little tired,
And I think it's just
Mistakes
sometimes it
are
might be
gonna happen.
confusing for people. Yeah.
on the day
Right,
of the
right,
podcast. Yeah.
When am I?
It's part of the lore. Bro, last thing I wanted to say is S&D came to a show the other day, and he walked
Dude,
up to
it
me, and
was-
like the first thing he said was like, "I'm so glad you guys didn't tell him to shut up ever. That was awesome." Like, he didn't say
It
hello.
was-
It was
I mean,
immediately.
it was
like,
uncut. It was
I thought I kept waiting
unfiltered
for
for
one of you to
sure.
be like, "All right, we gotta stop," but it never came.
Yeah, we let him vent.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe we do something after this. Either way, Aesop Rock next week. We'll just pick a random one from the email and remove it from the wheel. So we'll see who our local submission is. Go check out Nathan Drake. First song from my new album. It's out this week. It's already out by the time this is out. Taste you later, taste buds. Mwah. And I'm.
My brain is now spoiled.
Dirtling with his own riff, you know what I mean?
Nobody make fun of me. I'm having a rough month. And with that, I think we just pulled off a perfect episode.